Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Leonard Clark, and I'm broadcasting via YouTube from Phoenix, Arizona. It is in the evening now. It's March 23rd of the year 2015, and I'm here to just update you quickly about what's going on, at least from my perspective, and I know I will leave things out and you can put them down, but one of the main things on my radar screen, there's so many of them right now, is a Phoenix City Council meeting. And yes, I know our attention is riveted, and rightly so, at the Arizona State Legislature and on national politics, but nonetheless, I just wanted to let you know about an upcoming item at the Phoenix City Council that's going to happen on Wednesday with the Mayor Stanton of Phoenix and the City Council. They're going to put up in the tens of millions of dollars tax-free bonding again for more charter schools through our Phoenix Industrial Development Authority. And I just wanted to tell you, I do smell a rat. I smell a white rat and a black rat. I just had to say that because, you know, usually where there's corruption, you have rats. And all I'm saying is, I understand, I sympathize if the people who are voting for this, that is the 9 members and the mayor on the City Council, really do believe conscientiously that they're helping so-called competition with schools by giving tax-free bonding to charter schools in the tens of millions of dollars when public schools have to go begging for it. But on the other side of it, we do have some other things going on now. And I just wanted to introduce you to a friend, so I'm going to have to ask him to come in while he's kind of shy, so just give me a moment while I ask him. Sir, would you please come in? I need you to come in here and explain to everybody who you are. Okay, everybody, here he is. Are you listening to that fool, Leonard Clark, again? Okay, I'll tell you who I am. I'm Dark Money. I'm here in Arizona, and I'm stronger than ever, and I'm getting stronger. For all of you friends who think that charter schools, corporate charter schools, are real competition, I really like your naivete. Keep it up. We need more money and more loopholes. Please continue to let the corporate charter schools get tens of millions in tax-free bonding. This will surely kill our public education system. And as I've said often with my friend Anne Rand, this is the way to go, baby. So I'm going to let you go for now, but you should be seeing me in the near future. Remember my name, Dark Money. Okay, friends. I had to let my friend Dark Money go out of the room. As you can see, this person's only my friend because he was from my old neighborhood. They used to call him DM for short. I never trusted him, very dirty player, but I grew up in my old neighborhood with him. So, anyways, that's why I have access to Mr. Dark Money. He comes in sometimes. But that being said, that's what's going on at the Phoenix City Council. Now, I want you guys to know something else. There are a lot of things taking place tomorrow of all days on March 24th. We are going to have, and this really touches me because I have friends who have autistic children and people with mental cognitive challenges. This is a notice that was sent out from my good friends over at a page called Free Jessie. It's about an autistic, schizophrenic girl. She was a juvenile when she was, against her own will, let me say this now, against her own will, forced into sex by a man, and that's statutory rape. They found the man dead, allegedly having heroin in his body. This young girl was told by the man to make small cuts on him because he would go into these drug-induced comas or whatever, and that might wake him up, and all these other salacious sexual things that he was making this young girl do. Well, basically, the police came. She was afraid. She went to her mom. She's been in and out of CPS homes. Her mom couldn't handle her, but she ran to her mom instead of calling 911 right away after this 43-year-old man, 25 to 27 years older than her at the time, and she was a juvenile, died in the middle of a drug overdose. So they're throwing her in jail. They've thrown her in jail, in solitary confinement, this mentally ill, schizophrenic, and autistic girl at Australian jail for almost a year now, and they're having her pre-trial hearing tomorrow at 7:30. It's going to be over at the courthouse. Let me give you more information. The address is, I'm sorry, I know it's downtown. That's my bad. I will post more information about it, but it's going to be at the pre-trial conference. I'll post a link here to the event, the Facebook event. They got it on Facebook. It's tomorrow at 7:30. So that's for Jesse. Secondly, there's another big event going on, and that's called the Women in Blue are going to meet at the Arizona State Capitol. Let me get to that site. It says tomorrow now. This is starting at 7:30, I believe, brothers and sisters, to 2 p.m. State legislators will be greeted by a sea of women in blue on Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. Women are gathering from across the state to discuss pending legislation, voice concerns, and lobby their legislators. Activists from Cochise, Yavapai, Coconina, Pinal, Pima, and Maricopa counties are expected to turn out in force. So that's the second thing. But this other protest that's going to be going on is really big, and that is with the Senate Bill 1445. You know the ones, brothers and sisters, this bill. Basically, I believe it's Senator Kavanaugh, the right-wing Republican extremist in the Arizona Senate, or I'm sorry, Senator Smith, right-wing extremist, wants to keep officers' names anonymous for 90 days after they shoot or kill somebody, simply because they believe it's protecting them. But we already have protections to stop this from happening, where officers can be protected, but for 90 days to keep their names anonymous after using violence, whether justified or not, is just horrible. It's going way overboard. So these are three things that I know of that are going on. And of course, another Facebook event is called TPP Threatens Our Human Rights. Call your reps now. And they give it as 202-224-3121. This goes on from today until for quite a while. Apparently, this TPP treaty, like most of you know, is horrible. I'm sorry to say, but the president, the administration, tried to keep this as classified information, basically trying to blackmail, in my opinion, some of the Congress people, telling them that if they did not, if they would say they would vote for it or something like that, then they could see what so-called classified information is on this so-called Trans-Pacific Partnership. So just to let you know, that's going on. But the big thing is this poor girl, this schizophrenic autistic girl, who's being charged with second-degree murder. She's over at Montgomery's jail, County Montgomery, Maricopa County Attorney Montgomery, over here in this jail, and being held in solitary confinement for almost a year. This is one of the disgraces of Arizona. A mentally ill girl, essentially, and autistic, schizophrenic, essentially being statutorily raped by a 43-year-old man when she was 16 and being charged for it. This is wrong, and I hope you will be there. So these are some of the things that are taking place today. And also, again, if you can, I ask you, would you please go to the Phoenix City Council meeting at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, this Wednesday. That would be March 25th, downtown Phoenix. Now, I can't tell you exactly the time they'll have it. The politicians love, in my opinion, to make it hard for you to go there, find parking. Supposedly they'll validate your parking, but they're not making that very well known, since they upped their prices and now charge people even in the evening hours to please the business people in downtown. So they make it hard for you, and they're not going to tell you exactly when. That way they get people to wait. So all the corporate charter school people, like last week, several weeks ago, when they voted $95 million in sweet tax-free bonding to charter schools, they're going to have their employees there, their supporters, and, I'm sorry, they'll have little children there saying, oh, please, corporate charter schools are so good. Let me tell you, they're not real competition. That's a whole other YouTube. But giving out our tax dollars, they're going to say, Mr. Clark is lying to you. There are no tax dollars being given out to corporate charter schools. They have to get IOUs from banks. No, these politicians are lying to you, because indirectly they are taking from our public coffers, our tax dollars, when they give tax-free bonding to these corporate charter schools run by corporate boards, because that is taxpayer dollars that could have went into our public coffers. We're all being told to tighten our belts right now, brothers and sisters, in the state of Arizona. Yet these big corporate interests get tax-free bonding? That's BS, pardon my French. Same thing that's going on at the state legislature, switching subjects, brothers and sisters, with the anti-solar legislation. Shame on APS, shame on SRP. Throw the bums out at the Arizona Corporation Commission. It's plain that they're in the pockets of these corporate interests. They're going to make you pay tons of money more for the lie that it's costing us a lot of money to have the solar panels on our roof. It's just costing the grid so much. Bunch of BS. So please, don't believe it. You know, Mr. Bill, I was having a talk with him the other day, and I said, Mr. Bill, is this right that the SRP and APS and the big monopoly utilities want to charge us for the sun? And he said, no, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Well, thank you, Mr. Bill. So, Mr. Bill also, who is an authority on corporate shenanigans at the state legislature, knows this is all too true. And then I was talking to Gumby, and here's Mr. Gumby, and here's what he said to me. Well, brothers and sisters, I was talking to Leonard Clark, and, you know, he gets on here and raves all the time about dark money and how Arizona has a bunch of crooks running our state. And he said, Lenny, what do we do about this? And I said, Lenny, get mad as hell, get everybody together, and throw the damn bums out. So, thank you, Mr. Gumby, and that's what he told me. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you that this is what's going on. That was my ranting YouTube, and we'll be seeing you soon. But I really, really want you to try to make it to this poor girl's pretrial hearing tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. Many other things going on, and the SB 1445 protest also at the Governor's Executive Tower tomorrow around 4 p.m. I will post the Facebook links and any websites. I know some of you don't use Facebook, but I will try to put the information below this YouTube. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I ask that you please don't let these, well, I can put it no other way, but it would be an insult to bastards, but don't let these bastards get you down. Again, my apologies to bastards. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I will try to keep you updated. Please post what other information you have found, and if there's anything really pressing, I will put it out there. There are just so many things that the Koch brothers and the dark money crooks are doing. And also, I want to send out a shout-out to the real Democrats, quote, real Democrats, end quote, who stand up to these corporate interests. And I also want you also to pay attention in the coming weeks and months and years to a few of the sellout Democrats that are hurting our party, because there are only a few bad apples, but they can spoil the whole barrel. We need to wean out these corporate sellout Democrats in the state, city, national, you name it, party. Get rid of them and re-strengthen our Democratic Party. And if you're not in the Democratic Party, that's fine. I have plenty of Green Party friends, independent friends, but I choose to be a Democrat, and I'm proud of it. Thank you.